Hello. Alele. So guys, today we shall see about in the programming for problem solving lab. We shall see about we'll create a function to calculate factorial of a given number and display the results. Okay. We shall see about this experiment from PPS programming through problem solving lab. Okay. And fine. So we'll create a function in C to calculate factorial of a given number and display the results. Parallelly, we shall see after this we shall see about finding the sum of digits of a number using recursion. Okay, fine. So let's see. We create a function to calculate factorial of a given number and display the result. First of all, we should know what is the meaning of factorial of a number. Suppose if I enter a number n. Suppose if I enter number 5. So what is the meaning of 5 factorial? So let me apply the factorial here. Factorial. So what should I do? I should multiply this factorial by 5 multiplied by 4 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 1. Okay. Up to here you should perform. Means until unless this 5 numbers won't become 0. Okay, won't reach to 1. You have to multiply all the numbers. Okay. Subsequent descending order numbers. So the factorial of a positive number n factorial can be given as n factorial assignment operator 1 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 4 multiplied by up to n number. Okay. Whereas the factorial of a negative number doesn't exist, and the factorial of a 0 is always 1. So the factorial of a given number is calculated using a function. So let's see. I'm defining a function name called fact with the return type as an integer. So to achieve this experiment number 7, to create a function and which calculates the factorial of a number, I'm taking a function name with the name called fact, and its return type is an integer. So the first operation I'm going to do, first the main function will be called from the execution. Okay. And the fact function, I got the function name called fact. The fact function will be called from the main function to run the code, and the fact function will execute and return the final fact value and print the main function. So before that, just have a revision on what is a function. In C programming language, a function is a set of statements that perform a specific task and generate an output. Functions are essential in building blocks of C programs, and they are used to break down the complex code, large code, into small parts. So I can divide a large program into small part, and they are more manageable as a chunk of code. In C, we can divide large program into basic building blocks, and those building blocks are called as functions. And those building blocks you can create by using the opening and closing curly brace by passing the input arguments and with the function name and return type with the body. So the function contains set of programming statements, and those set of statements must be enclosed within the opening and closing curly brace. Okay. Navnath Lakshmani, Masti Karno. So a function can be called multiple times to provide the reusability and modularity to the C program. In other words, we can say that the collection of functions create a program. The function is also known as procedures or subroutines in other programming language. So what are the advantages of functions? Okay, so let's see, there are some of the advantages of functions. So by using a function, we can avoid rewriting same logic or code again and again in a program. Okay, this is first. We can call a function any number of times in a program and from any place in a program. Next, we can track a large C program easily when it is divided into multiple parts or multiple subprograms or multiple functions. Next, obviously, reusability of the main achievements of the functions. However, function calling is always overhead in C programming. So how it is overhead, I will cover in the next point. What are the aspects of a C programming? Let's see some of the function aspects. So there are majorly 3 aspects of a C functions. Okay, first is function declaration, second is function call, and third is function definition. Okay, so first we shall see function declaration. What is the meaning of function declaration? The way we declare a variable before going to initialize, similarly we need to declare a function also. So function declaration means what? A function must be declared globally in a C program to tell the compiler about the function name and what type of parameter it takes are called as function parameters and its return type only. Okay, let's take an example. Integer fact, it takes integer number and this is the signature, or you can call a function declaration. So this is example. Okay, next up, function call. What is a function call? A function can be called anywhere in the program, not only from main, but also you can call one function to another function to third function, so on like this. So the parameter list must not differ in the function calling and the function declaration itself. So we must pass the same number of function as declared in the function declarations. So how do I call function? So let's see. I'm calling a factorial function by passing some input values. So here I'm passing number. Here I'm passing number. Number as the input argument. I'm calling a fact. So I have to call a fact function. I'm using the fact name, and I'm passing a variable as a number. Next, function definition. Okay, the function, what is the meaning of function definitions? The function definition contains the number of statements, or you can call actual statements, which are to be executed when the function gets called. So it is the most important aspect to which the control comes when the function is called. So here we must notice that only one value can be returned from a function. So where in my here in this function. So let me write the body function definition. So here I'm writing some logic or list of statement. Here list of statements to perform a factorial logic. To perform factorial logic, and finally I will return. Finally, I will return what? Return factorial. Okay, this is return statement. So this is the body or function definition of a fact. So what are the what are the three aspects I explained and their syntaxes? So function declarations, the syntax is this one, and this is the example I told you earlier. So return type, function name. So is a function name, fact is a function name, and argument list. Okay, this is the example. Next, function call. I want to call a function. So let me go with the example. So I want to call a function. Fact is a function name, and argument list is an integer number. So let me remove here number, integer. Next, function definition. Already I have defined the function itself at the top. This is the function body, and here return value. Okay. So this is the function definition. These are the syntaxes of a function call, function declaration, and function definition. Okay, fine. So already I have explained. So function code to be executed. Fine. So these are the examples. Now different types of functions we shall see. So what are the different types of functions in C? There are two types of functions in C. First is library function, and second is user-defined functions. Library functions are also called as predefined functions. So let me add here one more name, predefined functions. Okay, where those predefined functions resides? Those predefined functions or you can call library functions resides in .h, or you can call header files, .h files, .h extension files. Okay, those are predefined files. So library functions are the functions which are declared in a C header files, such as already we are using scanf, printf, get the string, get s, gets, put the string or printing the string, put yes, seal for mathematics math.h, floor in math.h. Printf and scanf are available in a stdio.h header file. Get yes and put yes are already available in a string.h header file. Seal and floor functions are available in the math.h file. Okay, so there are some of the X functions. Next function is user-defined function. What is user-defined function or programmer-defined function? User-defined functions, or you can call programmer-defined. We can call programmer-defined functions. So those programmer-defined functions are user-defined functions which are created by the C programmer so that he or she, the programmer, can use it as many number of times. So this reduces the complexity of a big program and you can optimize the code, or you can use reusability of the code. So what are the different aspects of a program? So apart from function declaration, apart from function definition, function call, so function, what are the different aspects? Or function may take input, may not take input, may return the output, may not return the outputs. So based on that, there is signature changes. A function may or may not accept any arguments. Similarly, function may or may not return a value. Okay. So based on these two facts, so based on above two facts, about two facts. So this is fact number one, this is fact number one, and this is fact number two. Okay. So based on these two facts, we can create four different function calls and function declaration and function definitions. What are those? A function without arguments and without return value. A function without argument but with return value. A function with arguments and without return value. Function with arguments and with the return value. So these four different forms of a function you can able to create. Okay. But I'm going to write a factorial function which takes argument and which return the value. So let's see how to calculate a factorial of a function. So let's me revise once again. I want to calculate factorial of a 3. So 3 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 1, you will get a factorial of a 3 is 6. Similarly, you can calculate the factorial of a 5 is 120. 5 multiplied by 4 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 1, that is 120. Let's see a program factorial of a function. Okay. So page down, and I'll grab this code. I'll grab this code snippet and Control C, Alt F. I'll go with the edit plus, sorry, dev plus plus. Alt F, new source file. So here you can see, guys. So to calculate a function, calculate the factorial using function in C. Okay. Let me use multi-line command star, and let me keep here. This is for star. So here is star multi-line comments. So here I'm importing stdio.h. I don't need a math, so I'm removing math.h header file because I'm adding canonical info to .h. And next I'm declaring a function called integer fact. Integer fact. Okay, fine. Integer fact. Here you can take parameter, you cannot take parameter to your wish. Integer number. So here is my fact function declaration. Okay, fine. Integer main. I'm calling the main here. So let me call here integer n, and let me pass here. Instead of this, Control C. Let me change some values. Integer n, integer input value IP, and let me hold this into here scanf IP here. Let me pass here IP. Okay, fine. So what I did here, the execution of a program starts from the main function, so integer main, and the body of a main starts with opening curly brace and body of the main ends with a closing curly brace. So here I declare a variable integer IP input value. Okay, then I'm asking to the user to enter a number to find the factorial. Okay, then what if the user has entered the value? Okay, what if the user has entered the value? Scanf. Okay, scanf integer, scanf %d ampersand IP. Okay, let me take here value f. Let me call this function from here because to avoid the complexity for your case, and I'll change some snippet here. Okay, so here I'm calling the factorial function. I'm passing the input parameter as IP because function fact takes one input argument of type integer. So here I pass. So from control will switch from line number 12 to line number 16. Okay, control comes here. While passing the control from line number 12 to line number 16, it passed the IP value to the n. So I got here n. Okay, I got here n, and here n I don't need, and this line also I don't need. So I got here n value. What I'm doing here, what I'm doing here, uh, see here is factor is 1, integer I is declared, so variable declared. So for I is equal to 1, I assignment operator 1, I must be less than or equal to n, and I plus plus. Okay, and here I'm performing factorial fact into I. Okay, and here I'm not using recursion. Here I'm simply performing. Okay, simply performing fact assignment operator fact multiplied by I. So keep in mind, guys, I'm not using here recursion. In the class, we learned by using recursion. So not by using function recursion. Next program we shall see by using function recursion. Okay. In the class, I taught you same logic by using function recursion. But here I'm not performing function recursion. That's what I made a remark here. Not by using function recursion. Normal function I made. So integer fact. So fact I multiply by fact. Fact is equal to fact into I. So perform the factorial until unless your factorial won't reach to your I won't reach to 5. So I less than or equal to n. Okay, and return the factorial. So whatever the value this fact has been written will be assigned to this f. It has been assigned to f, and simply here I'm printing f. Okay, and once your output gets once your function gets executed, let me hold here my screen for a while. Okay, fine. So this is the whole code. So this is the whole code snippet to work with the functions. So let me save here a function factorial. See source file, control F9. Let me compile. It is telling that some error. Primary expression before assignment. What is the primary expression? Uh, Control F10. Let me run the program. Enter a number to find the factorial. Suppose here I entered 5. So I got factorial of a given number is 120. Okay. Next, let me run the same program to calculate the factorial of a 3. So enter a number to find the factorial 3. So factorial of a 3 is 6. Similarly, you can enter number 55. So it's reaching out of bound. I'm entering here 11. So 11 factorial is somewhat big number. 3 crore 99 lakh 16,800. Okay. So in this way, you can able to calculate the factorial of a number. So this is the output. So let me hold the output here in my screen. So output is okay. Fine. Okay, guys. So this is the factorial of a number. Whether you can calculate the factorial of a number. Control A, Control C. Let me change this code snippet to my own understanding. Okay, guys. Fine. So here I did without using recursion. Keep in mind. Okay. Next program we shall see by using recursion. But recursion that is experiment number 7. So if I go to my program, so write a C program to calculate factorial of a given number and display the result. So here we create a function to calculate factorial of a number. And next we shall see about write a program to find the sum of digits of a number, but by using function recursion. Okay, function recursion. Just now we did factorial of a number, but by using only function, but not function recursion. And the next experiment number 8 we shall see by using function recursion. So function recursion. Don't worry, I'll share all this content to your WhatsApp group. Okay, because you need to write all these contents in your file, right?